All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the End Time Truth Television channel. We urge you to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell icon by selecting all so that the next time we upload a new video, you will be among the first persons to be notified by Google. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Till then, shalom.
My name is Prosper. I'm here because I'm with my parents' clothes. So I'm here to use it for illegal means to make money. So that's why I'm here, sir.
How did you bring them?
Okay, I brought them yesterday night.
To do?
To do rituals.
For
money.
Why don't you use your father for a ritual?
Because I want to make money.
How old are you?
I'm 24 years.
So at 24, why don't you do again yourself in a ritual?
Because I've suffered too much.
At 24? You have suffered at 24.
But the main reason why is to use it to help my parents.
And you want to use them to do the ritual? And you want to use who owns that cloth up? The reason you put them on the ground. Put them on the ground. Raise one up. Who owns that one?
My dad.
And the other one?
For my mom.
So you want to use each of them for a ritual? Eh?
Yes, sir.
Hello there and welcome. Yeah, obviously if you watched the video I did yesterday, I know you must have seen this video there. So me doing it again is not for lack of content, but for what I want to talk about. I didn't have enough time to talk about it in the other video because it was a bit too long. So judging from what this boy said here, he is 24 years old here, and obviously he is just starting life. And he said that part of the reasons why he went into what he did was because he had suffered too much in this life. I began to wonder, what kind of suffering would a 24-year-old have gone through in life that would have pushed him into doing such a wicked thing that he intended to do. Actually, looking at him, you will understand that he has never seen suffering. He has never suffered. You know, I guess if you look at him very well, you see that he is well fed and well kept. And whether he's responsible, I mean, his parents were responsible for the way he looked is a different thing entirely. But looking at him, he hasn't suffered. Now, and he claimed in another twist that he was doing it for his parents. Now, the question is, if he was doing it for his parents, the same parents he wanted to use for money ritual. Now, that is where I do not get it. But I guess that he ran out of lies and he couldn't say any more things that made sense. Now, so what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that the problem is not being content and laziness. If he wasn't lazy, he wouldn't have thought about, going into this. And, previously, I've spoken about people becoming lazy and becoming liabilities to the society and becoming useless to themselves and to the society. And sometimes when you find them in the church, they become liabilities to the church. Actually, every person, whether young or old, should endeavor to be an asset and never a liability. And that was why I spoke about, some of the teachings and the preachings that we are shunning out in the churches today, making people over ambitious, making some people lazy, for example, which is something that we will not be said to have been overemphasized upon the so-called miracle money. Now, those things are the things that are capable of making youths like this boy to become indolent and become useless and not useful to themselves. And at a point in time, when they have waited for too long and it's like nothing is happening, the next thing is they would go into this kind of crime. Now, a 24-year-old who said or who claimed that he has suffered so much in this life, and the next thing that was available to him as option was to sacrifice his father and mother. So from his case, we moved from his case to a similar but different case, but the same thing, the same scenario. And unfortunately, this one was actually lured into this dastardly act by an agent of the devil who claimed to be a prophet. And unfortunately, a life was lost in this. And very painful that the life that was lost was actually the only child of the parents, a child that was waited for too long. And she came by and she was just wasted on the altar of wickedness and diabolism. Now, this girl, somehow I wouldn't blame her, but then those that are alive should learn something from the death of this girl, how she was wasted. This boy met her not even up to 1 month, and she has already started visiting him in a strange location and place where she doesn't know, where she has not been to before, and she trusted her blindly. I guess that young people should be wise, not even just young people. I'm going to bring a video here where you will find out that what is happening amongst people today is that youths are no longer ready to work. There was a story of that girl that was taken to a witch doctor, and when the witch doctor scanned her, he replied to the person that donated her that this one has been used already by somebody else. So automatically, young ladies are becoming like recharge card. They scratch and use, then you throw away. So from here, we move on to the fact that wickedness in the heart of people is not written on their forehead, so do not be carried away.
Oh, but the pastor has informed us that you are been to his church and they have been undergoing some ritual prayer for you.
I went there for spiritual challenges.
So I guess that from here, the next time somebody has a spiritual challenge, I really don't know what people call spiritual challenge. The problem is that in Africa, everything is attributed to witchcraft. You know, There are some sicknesses that will come upon a person, and the next thing will be it is witchcraft. Yeah, we understand that there are witches in Africa, in the world, everywhere, but even if it is a witchcraft thing, a witchcraft activity, or like she put it, spiritual problem, I think that the best way to fight a spiritual problem is to talk to our God. He is a spirit. And the Bible made an opening for us to understand that sometimes it might be the will of God for us to go through some things. So when there are problems, when there are challenges, whether spiritual or physical, now the best thing to do is not to go about jumping from one prayer house to the other, using one anointed material or the other. We should focus on God, not jumping from one mountain to the other, from one spiritual center to another. These people are called spiritualists, and the 99.99% of those with this tag spiritualists are occultists. They are agents of the devil. They are never there to give you solution.
So, and I told him the challenges I have. And he said, he gave me a soap to bath, that from my dream, they will know the next step they will take. And when I narrated the dream to him, that the dream is a form of celebration that I cooked for people, that I cooked amala and meat and stew. He now said it is what I cooked in that dream for people that they will use. He now asked me if I have people that are late. I said my mother is late and my junior sister too is late. Now I asked me, maybe I've done like something like Sarah for them. But I said, I don't believe in all that, so I've never done anything like that. I said, those are some of the things that causes setback for people. That means they need to do something like that. So they went to go and buy sheep. They buy yam flour, soup ingredients, everything. And his wives are the ones that went to the market to buy everything. And they pray for me. They asked me to also pray. And after praying, they cooked the whole thing in my presence. Everything. They slaughtered the sheep, make everything with some guys around. They did everything while I was there. And after the whole thing, people came around and ate majority of it. So the remaining ones, they took it to the town to give beggars. So the pastor now said that since, according to my dream, that from the goat they killed, they are going to make native soup for me. That I shouldn't worry, I should go to the hotel. In the night, they will bring it. And they brought the native soup for me to eat.
And we learned that the native soup, they use part of the victim's body to prepare the native soup.
It was when I got to the police station so that I learned that it was
okay, but when taking the soup, don't you realize something strange?
I think because they mix it with so many other things. And I've never eaten human flesh before. So I don't know how to recognize that this is human flesh or goat flesh. When I've not eaten human flesh before.
But you have eaten it.
That was what I was told, yes.
So now, how did you feel?
I felt very bad.
That,
very bad.
I just wonder if this is enough to tell somebody out there that it's not everything that they give to you and they say is inspired of the Spirit of God, that is of the Spirit of God. They will tell you what it will work for, how it will work, and it will definitely produce that result for which they had consecrated it. But then, and you will be carried away. Now look at, she was given something she didn't know, not knowing that it was human ash, human skin that was burnt into ashes that was given to her.
One should be very, very careful. You should learn to call your God under your roof and not seek for any prophetic issue or spiritual issue from anybody.
At the end of this whole thing, this woman came to regret ever knowing this so-called prophet. But at this point in time, if somebody had told her, Madam, step out, Madam, slow it down, that person would have become her enemy. When you are, buying miracle water, anointed oil, anointed this and that, do you know that you may have actually used human flesh? You may have been given concoction that was prepared by dead bodies, from dead bodies. She even ate the meat, ate the soup that was prepared, with that same girl's body. And not only her, there are so many people that participated in the eating of that flesh. And sometimes ago here, I told you a story of a particular man that does this kind of celebration every year. And at the end of it, the celebration people will come and eat freely. Food will be, as sorted. Now, but at the end of it, at least one or two persons that took part in that eating must die. Now, so I will be ending the video here. As you also hear the Hassan, who is now giving youth counsel. So I leave you with the counsel that he gave the youth, and I hope that somebody will imbibe on that. And one more thing, don't waste away. Christianity is not the idea of being useless to ourselves. As Christians, we are also supposed to be progressive minded. Yes, we are waiting for the coming of the Lord and are preparing for his coming. We are to live as if he is coming the next second. But in our preparing for the future, we prepare as if he is not coming in the next 1,000 years. And that is where being as gentle and harmless as dove, and then as wise as serpent comes into play. May the Lord keep you and preserve you, and may you not become a victim of wickedness in the name of Jesus Christ. I'll be seeing you in the next video. And till then, I want to ask you to please share the link, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, and like the video if you do, and put down your comment till I come your way again. I remain your brother in the Lord, and from me to you, shalom.